False flags have been used historically many times before. It gets a country further than where it can politically right now because they're able to use that to generate fear or to generate some sort of emotional response in the public, and it allows the government to go ahead with their plans. I'm going to go into the newest one right now, and this is the Las Vegas shooter, Jared Miller. Basically, this individual had the false flag Patsy written all over him. Now, we haven't confirmed that yet, but let's just look at a few points today. I'm going to show you a few of the videos that he has posted on YouTube, which seem like something right out of a movie. It is pretty ridiculous. This one here is talking about George Washington using an AK-47. Now, I'm going to link this to this document right here, which you must have seen. It is from 2009 and talking about the growing right-wing extremism. This is the Department of Homeland Security, DHS, and they talk about a few things. I'll go over that. So I'm just going to quickly go through this video here. He is basically crying through the whole video, talking about what he's going to do and how he has to do it and the new world order, so on and so forth. This one right here, he's talking much of the similar things. Here he is as the Joker, something that has been used consistently in many of these shootings that have taken place. And here he is, coincidentally, at the Bundy Ranch, which took place some time ago. And here he is being interviewed by the news, coincidentally. And this just seems very, very unrealistic to me that he was there. He's the one that gets interviewed out of everyone else. He has this script prepared basically with all these silly videos talking about the New World Order, talking about every single stereotype that's inside of that document, which I'll go over in a moment. Every single stereotype, he's bringing them up in all of these videos. It seems like he's playing right off a script. It doesn't seem very realistic to me at all. And then you have this major coincidence that occurs where he's the one who's getting interviewed at the Bundy Ranch. Seems very, very odd. If you haven't heard of it, it is called MK Ultra. This is the CIA program, which was obviously very illegal, and you can look into this for yourself. This is the document. This is not a conspiracy. This is actually the redacted document that they have right here. You can see the date, 1953. I'll put the link in the description if you want to check it out. But basically, they can have mind control over any individual. They've done this many times before. It is declassified information that they're putting out here. Now, was he on this program? I don't know. All I'm trying to say is that this is very, very coincidental. I'll go into this very quickly here. This is from that document that I showed you, and you can see that they're basically saying that, you know, individuals who are threatening that there will be a collapse and how they are all getting people, instill fear in people to try to get the paranoia. They're talking about these so-called citizen detention camps, which is a declassified information of the FEMA camps that have been brought up so many times before. That information is declassified. It's available here. They're talking about conspiracy theories. They're talking about anti-government and so on and so forth. You can read through this if you haven't before. But the funny thing is, in all these videos leading up to this moment that happened, this tragedy that occurred, he is talking about every single one. Like, he's basically reading from this document. It is very, very silly. Now, when they talk about right-wing extremists and how they're preparing, they're stockpiling ammunition, stockpiling food, and they are basically conspiracy theorists. Now, what about this right here? This is the Libyan rebel commander admits his fighters have al-Qaeda links. And we go in further and further. There are many other articles that you can read for yourself if you haven't been watching the Money GPS YouTube. But basically, the U.S. has funded al-Qaeda in many countries around the world. This is exactly what's happened. They found direct links, and you can go and look that up for yourself if you haven't already. But when they make silly arguments like the right-wing extremists right here, look at the real extremists of Al-Qaeda being funded by US taxpayer dollars. That's the reality of the situation. Now they're talking about stockpiling weapons, stockpiling food and ammunition, all these sort of things. What about the feds buying 2 billion rounds of ammunition? This is a video that I've done right here. If you type into Google 2 billion rounds, you will get this article right here. You'll get me, my video showing up right here. I'm talking about 2 billion rounds of ammunition, all purchased by government agencies. They are stockpiling the ammunition. They are the ones that need to be investigated. They are the ones that truly are up to something, up to no good. We're going to go into this deeper. We'll look into it. We're going to reserve our judgment for the time being. But for the time being, at this moment here, we can be rest assured that this event, whether, whatever side this really comes out on, it is being used against individuals who want liberty, and they are being labeled as right-wing extremists. That's exactly what's going on. That is confirmed, and that is official. If you want the deep information, you want information free in your email inbox, you need to be an insider. In order to do that, it is free at themoneygps.com. You go to the bottom, fill in your email address, and you get occasional emails from me, where is basically an extension of the work I've done in my book, The Money GPS.